Alright, well, good morning all. It's Monday morning, time for my commute. I'm going to do a Ryker commute today because I have a few things to haul around. Oh, are you my send-off party? Okay, come here. Come here. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Give me a hug.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Got the hair in your eyes. You gotta stay there. I have to go. I have to go.
Okay, bye-bye. Then.
Yeah, hang on to her so she doesn't wig out.
No, we're gonna go, but in the car. Come on.
All right. Bye-bye. See you later. Hang on to her, babe. You give me one more hug? Okay, all right. Oh, all right. Oh, gotcha. Okay. All right, thank you. I'll see you later. All right, brief intermission. Got a few computer parts to haul around today, so I'm going to take the Ryker and use the pannier here to hold my loot. Bye-bye! Heavy trash day today, so everyone's got all kinds of toys and furniture and everything hanging out on their curbs. Ooh, it's chilly this morning. It's like 51 here in Katy area. Pretty close to the dew point, so it's a little nippy. So I haven't ridden the Ryker too much since the alignment was done. I've had a couple of short ride vlogs on it. I haven't had a lot of time to do editing and posting lately, but the alignment is greatly improved. It doesn't have the constant pull to the right. I don't want to goof around too much in the neighborhood here, but see, I'm tracking straight. You know, for the most part, this is curved, but it's tracking straight now. It still has a twitch, or the tendency to kind of the back end wants to yaw around. Yeah, it's partly just going to be the three-wheel platform, and I think most of the issues that I have on the highway on I-10, it's going to be related to that groove pavement. This thing doesn't like groove pavement. I don't know how other Ryker Rally owners out there are doing with theirs, but this thing just does not like the groove pavement. It's an aggressive side-to-side shimmy. If you leave it alone, it does, for the most part, return back to center, but it's just a very nervous, uneasy feeling. It's not a wander, it's a shag hard left-right. It just, it's almost like a vibration. It's really weird, and I'm sure that's to do with the tire tread or the track width or something. When I had the alignment done, James Thorne said that the rear tire on this is a pretty common size, so that won't be a problem at all to swap that out with Yokohama or something that's got a different tread pattern. Hopefully a little more traction too. This one's kind of, I won't say it's slippery, but it's definitely traction challenged. But the highway manners are better. They're not where I want them to be. Don't know if that's possible, really. Maybe when I change the tires out, tire treads, we'll see if that improves things. I still have the open invitation for anybody in the greater Houston area. If you're a Ryker owner and you want to come and compare notes, give me a shout on my email address, Gmail. It's quasimotard@gmail.com. We'll set up a meet, go out and get some food somewhere, have a little road ride, whatever. Invitation's open to ride mine. Just put your butt on it, run a few miles, see what you think about it. Especially up on the highway at highway speeds, because that's where my biggest gripes are. Just with the wandering and the not staying in a lane, always wrangling it to keep it in the lane. Get a new face shield for the Schuberth. Managed to ding it a few times. It's kind of new for me. I usually take care of these face shields, but somehow either I've done it or I've had help. I think I've had help with my toddler. There are a bunch of scuffs in the windscreen right at the official rather, right at the eye level, so they're just in my vision all the time. Very annoying. Don't like following behind guys with open trucks and loads in the back. Had a few occasions where stuff has flown out right in front of me. That was asking about a high-speed run. Will the Ryker break 100? Yep. I don't have the GPS on here, but that was an indicated 105, so that means it was doing about 102. The GPS on the GoPro might tell us. We'll find out. I don't make a habit of that, but that was a nice clean spot in the road. Protected lane, nobody coming in from the sides, so yeah, you know. Going into the wind, it feels like right now. It's not not clean air. I would guess that the still air, it might be able to pull another mile or two beyond that. There was somebody in one of the forums that was comparing their Ryker to a SilverWing 600, saying that their SilverWing would outrun the Ryker. Not up to 100, it won't. I own both bikes, I can tell you that definitively. The SilverWing does have a few miles an hour on top end. I've had it up to about 115 to 117 area, GPS verified. It's just more aerodynamic, punching a smaller hole through the air, so it'll get up there pretty good. And mine's not stock, it's modified a little bit. I've got the Dr. Pulley kit clutch, Dr. Pulley variator, fuel commander, Can-Am filter, but still a standard exhaust, a stock exhaust. I didn't want to spend that kind of money on an exhaust on the SilverWing. It didn't make sense. For $700 or $800, you're only going to get a horsepower or something. That's not a good return on investment. Go ahead and buy a ticket, buddy. Late reaction time, what the hell? Speeding up to pass a cop and doesn't even realize it until he's already on top of him, about to pass over. Hard. He was intent on racing me, passing me, and not paying attention to the road. In force this morning. speed blip or something, but I don't just tear through here at 90 miles an hour solid like a lot of these people do. This thing is definitely easier to ride on the highway now. You still get tossed around side to side a little bit, but it's not the white-knuckled fight that I always had before the alignment was redone. It just still, it surprises me how much the road imperfections and the wind affect the Ryker. I guess just being a three-wheel platform. I made a note in my Saturday ride vlog when I was on my CB500F. You know, in high winds or lateral winds, you expect to get boxed around just a little bit. You know, lean into it, whatever, but it's not a problem. It doesn't really affect your trajectory that much. But on this, it does. It's surprising how much it really pushes it around. Here's the groove pavement again, and it's already dancing. Another rapid shift. I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera, but all that what looks like clouds over there ahead of me, that is actually a petrochemical fire at a plant on the east side of town, over near the ship channel. And apparently it's been going for a day and a half now, or a day-ish. The door open in traffic, that's not good. Apparently it was contained to one tank for a little while, and then that spread to a second tank, and then 2 or 3 more lit up just overnight. So they've got quite the fire going on over there. They had a shelter in place issued for a while. They lifted that this morning, but the fire is nowhere near contained at this point. Man, this group pavement just sucks. Trying to experiment with it and not correct it and see if it'll return or if I have to intervene. I'm doing a real light touch right now. Nah, it's pulling right. And it's just this groove pavement that's doing it. Now I'm going pretty hard left. Yeah, I have to correct it. I can't just let it go. This tire tread does not like the grooves. It throws you around fierce. So I'm really curious to know if other Ryker Rally owners, same bike with the same tires, if it has the same problem over that pavement. Because I don't feel it in any of my other machines. None of my cars, my trucks, 14 other bikes, no problem. I do feel a little bit of a squirm occasionally in the car, but it's not like that. It's not that yanking side to side. And on the motorcycles, you really don't feel it at all. So, in summary, the alignment helped a lot. It definitely made this thing more drivable, rideable, but it was not the magic bullet to cure all the handling quirks. Those still persist, just to a greatly lessened degree. Oop, you stay there. Yeah, that's smoke from that fire. Wow. I had a call or an appointment on the east side of downtown today, and I'm going to forego that. I rescheduled this morning when I saw the news about the fire and the shelter in place and all that. I don't want to drive over there and breathe that. Whee! Yeah, it was a big bump. Since I changed the sway bar on this thing for the thicker bar, those single wheel events are much more manageable on the Ryker now. They don't have the, it doesn't really yank one wheel around near as bad. I can. Yeah, I'll give the Ryker another compliment. I've said it before and I'll say it again. In low-speed commute, you know, this on-off stuff, it does really well. A lot of scooters have the problem in low-speed traffic where you're kind of fighting with the engagement point of the clutch, not the CVT, but the clutch in the back on the final drive. And you know, like with my SilverWing, I glazed up the clutch real bad because I got stuck in that, you know, on or off, on or off, on or off for 20 plus miles, and it just overheated it and glazed up the clutch. And I've done that on other scooters in the past, and it's not a hard thing to fix, but it's annoying. It's just one of those maintenance things that you could do without. But the Ryker doesn't have that problem. The way that the CVT and the clutch have been designed on this is the clutch locks up at a relatively low speed, you know, sub couple miles an hour or something like that. So you're not really slipping the clutch, and the CVT ratio takes care of everything else. So it allows the driveline to be completely coupled or engaged at even very low walking speeds. Most scooters, it won't do that. You're slipping that clutch in the back drive bell. So kudos to the Ryker for low speed trundling along. That's great. Watch my 6 in this curve right here, because I actually had I had to take evasive action one day. I was on a different bike, and some guy in a Ford F-150 came flying in that corner, overcooked it, and I was in the outside lane closest to the wall, and he overcooked and went sliding right into me, and he was overtaking me by 30 miles an hour. He came seriously overcooking that corner. He probably came in that thing at 85, 90 miles an hour. And if I hadn't been watching my mirrors and kind of saw what was happening, I would have been pinned against the wall. He would have wiped me out. coming through that corner several years back. I used to live down here in the Galleria area. Ooh, I'm getting rocked. I was behind another guy in a brand new Mercedes 450, I think it was, and he was doing the same thing. He overcooked that corner. It was wet, and he spiraled it, just pinballed around that whole curve, rounded off all four corners. Got out of his car shaking his head, like, just couldn't believe that happened. Really? You only go cooking in there 70 miles an hour on wet pavement? All right. You're going to learn a quick lesson in physics. Yeah, I'm definitely starting to enjoy this thing more. It's got its quirks and its handling problems. I can learn to adjust or just not take it on certain roads, but around town for the commute, it's certainly more fun than it was. The stiffer sway bar and the alignment really cured a lot of its ailments. Well, I guess it's about time to wrap this video up. I'm going to be doing a lot more running around today. I did bring a spare battery for the GoPros. I guess I'll go another minute or so here. Parking in this particular garage, one of the maintenance guys slash lot police, you know, people that kind of patrol this area, making sure that people aren't parking in the places where they're not supposed to. I was pulling in here one morning. You got to watch this too. This thing's wide. I've already bumped a curb on the right side. I was going to pull in here and pay, and he stopped me and was, waving me off. I'm like, what? I can't park in here? And he went, no, just go through the little pass-through thing right there. You don't have to pay. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. It was very nice of him. Unfortunately, with this bike, can't do that. Too big. Doesn't fit. Doesn't have the ground clearance to hop the curb either. All right, this is me. Okay. All right, everybody. Well, I'll end the video here and pick up a little bit later this morning. And I need to pick up some petrol, too.